Hey YouTube, so just got back from 2019 Nationals, NAWCQ, and just present my deck profile that I played for the event. I went 6-3. I lost round 2 and 3 and round 8. On round 9 just to see if I can make it top 256. Didn't make it. I came in 350th. I'll put all my matchups in the description down below for the main event. I did play the same deck twice, which is pretty interesting. Pretty diverse format, or maybe because I was in the X2 bracket for like the longest. Day 2. Or I didn't play main event. I played side events. I played a regional flight, which I got to top 8. Then I played another winning map. I played against a Salad player. I 2-0'd him. I played against an Orcust player, was Jeff Jones. I 2-1'd him. Round 3, I was playing against a 60 card Orcust player, where he had like almost every engine in there. And then he was finished calling out, and then I heard my name called out in the speakers, and it was called for the public playoff event for random. And then I had to drop my event and then run over to the main stage, or the registration stage, and then to tell them that I'm here, show ID, and then I had to submit a deck list. Luckily, I had a deck list already written out for the regional flight. I got it back, so I didn't have to write anything out. So I just turned it in, and then had to wait for everyone else to finish their deck list. And then we headed over to some tables, and it was player, empty spot, player. And then on the other side was the public playoff events for points, and so we just needed 2 matches and get a prize card, and I won the prize card. So it's the prize card here. So yeah, pretty much that was it. I won the prize card. Took a picture, so I'm on the Konami page. Spelling my name wrong is Dennie. This is my name's Dennis, not Denny. So at least I got my last name correct. I even gave him my California ID. So I don't know. He was typing on his phone and probably fat fingers and put E instead of S. But whatever. I'm on the page. You can see. But yeah, I'll just go through my deck list, and then we'll just go through every card. Alright, so we'll just start off the hand traps because there's a lot of them. So it's 12 hand traps. Triple Droll. Yeah, I felt like these are mandatory in the main. I put them on the side at 3v3, and I think they belong in the main now because Danger Thunder just won the Knoxville, and I felt a lot of people were going to play that deck. So this card just pretty much ends their turn if they go Danger Reveal, because they can't add off of the black and white dragons after they use them, and they can't add Crusadia cards, and all the danger cards are like, they don't do anything after that. And then you can't Saryuja, you can't Thunder Dragon Dark. So I feel like a lot of, usually whenever I drop this on a Thunder Dragon player, they just pretty much end the turn. And there's a lot of cards in your deck that can like just OTK them after they just pass their turn. So yeah, so I thought that was necessary to play Triple Droll in the main. Against Orcust, usually take these out because Orcust, they kind of suck. Yeah, you have better cards like Lancia for this. And against Orcust, this is only really good when they go terraforming or when they go light stage, and that means that as long as they don't have an extender, like they pretty much end the turn because Candina can't search their 1-card combo. Typically they do have extenders, so that's why you just slide this out. And also if they're playing Danger Orcust, this is also pretty good too, because then their danger cards don't do anything after the first one's summoned. Also against Striker, I still think it's a pretty good card. So I think it gets all matchups. It's still pretty good. I think it was correct to main them. And then on to the next hand trap, double Ash. I still think it's correct to play 2 Ashes, and along with the 2 Ogres. Same mentality as the other deck list. You don't want to draw multiple of these because they're only once per turn, but they're really high impact, so you gotta play them. I think this is really good this weekend. Ash was kind of mediocre. I don't think Ash is good enough. Like it doesn't really end their turn, but it's a generic one that's like good. But I'll still play it, but I felt like this is underwhelming. And then the next hand trap is Double Veiler, along with Triple Impermanence. I felt like these were super mandatory. They end a lot of people's turns. It stops Sunlight Wolves, which is super important, so they don't get the 2 effects, which is insane. Like you get very far behind. Gazelle Recursion is very important in their deck, so stopping it is crucial. They can't Mermaid, they can't Saryuja. So I feel like upping the effect negation up by 1 is very important. So yeah, 12 hand traps. Onto the Trickstar engine, we have Triple Candina, self-explanatory. Triple Licorice. Still playing 3 of this because I'm playing Pot of Desire still. I don't believe in Pot of Extravagance. I think that Extravagance deck is really good if you're going first and like you're setting up a lot of traps. I'm not fortunate enough to win the die roll every time and draw all my traps, so I felt like Desire's build with the Striker engine was better. Also, Striker engine lets you turn off Thunder Dragon, lets you actually like be able to play going second against combo. So I felt like Striker engine was correct because it lets you play or attempt to play. So 3 Licorice, and then last card is Lilybell. Don't cut this. I think it's incorrect to cut this if you're playing this particular build, because this particular build is like you go first and you live, and then next turn you win because of this card. So yeah, because you usually kill your Lilybell and you just attack. So yeah. Also, there's a card in the extra deck that requires this card to be played, which we'll get into. I'll probably do a combo for it at the end. So that's it for the monsters. Those 16 monsters. Onto the spells, just the typical light stage. They're like mandatory. 2 terraforming, mandatory. Triple desires. I'm playing 42 cards, so triple desire is okay. Also playing triple licorice and triple reincarnation, so triple desire is okay. You do side one out when you're going second, because this is your 6th card. So I talked about that in my last video. Yeah, and then onto the Striker engine. It's a triple engage, very good. And then the 1 Horned Drones. So now with Kagari at 1, you usually get Kagari effect, so you get engage back instead of the drones. Because before you get the drones, because you have another Kagari in your extra deck. But so you can go drones again, and then you can see what you want to do from there. If you want to go to a Link 2 play, or you can get your engage back later. But now with Guard being 1, you have to get the engage or the Widow Anchor. You can't get drones anymore unless you're trying to combo off that turn. But if you're going first, you usually get an engage. The Kagari going to 1 kind of hurt, but you know it's still pretty good. And then last three Striker cards, Widow Anchor, still good. Steal your monsters. And on Mentality, Steal your monsters, triple mind control. So this is the same reason why you can't play Extravagance. You take their cards, and then if you Extravagance, you lose some of your Link 2 fodder, Link 2 food to link their stuff away. So if you steal something and then you Extravagance, and all your Link 2 is gone, your mind controls are dead. So yeah, that's why you can't play Extravagance in this particular build. And I think mind control is super good. You take Sunlight Wolves and you make Link 3s, or you make Boral Sword with it. We're using your Candina Lilybell, or you can take Orcust cards. I'm playing I'm playing Dingrisu in the extra, so you can take their Galatea and then go Dingrisu on top of it, or you can take their Galatea and they crescendo it, and so it baits out a lot of cards. Yeah, and also you get strikers like super insane, especially since they don't have Kagari anymore. They can't really recur as much anymore. So yeah, mind control super insane that matchup. And also, strikers are playing 1 Eagle Booster, and they're not prioritizing anymore. They're prioritizing Shark Cannon because of Orcust matchup and Thunder matchup. So these are super lit now against the striker players. A lot of people, like, this went through. A lot of mind controls went through now. Like I said, when I said Atlanta, it didn't go. These cards were bad because they didn't go through. It's because Striker was still like one of the best decks. And they were prioritizing Eagle Booster because of the mirror match. But now, since Striker wasn't the best deck anymore, by far, then mind controls got better. And the last 2 cards is Super Poly. On the same theme of Steal Your Monsters, so I play 8 Steal Your Monster cards. I play Storming Venom and the Salad Fusion card. These are super good. Against Orcust, it's like a blowout. They have a Rusty Bardesh, Redoer, and Galatea. Usually Super Poly for the Redoer and Galatea, because the Bardesh doesn't really do anything. And you can like Widow Anchor the Bardesh and go for game. And when you do that, when you Super Poly the Galatea, their Crescendo turns off. And a lot of players now, we watch a lot of profiles, they're prioritizing the Crescendo over the Babel, which is better for me, because Babel kind of kills you. When you use Super Poly, they sell Babel on board, they can Dingrease you. So since they're prioritizing Crescendo, they can Dingrease you during your turn when you're trying to kill them. If they don't have Redoer, it's pretty much game, because you just go Super Poly the Bardesh and the Galatea, and that's it. And if you play Orcust doesn't have really good follow-up play. So that's it for the spells. I was playing 20 spells, and then last 3 cards is a triple reincarnation. Very mandatory for extra damage and the burn. Like I said, Striker doesn't grind as much anymore because Kagari's at 1. So now you can start attacking their monsters, and don't fear that Ray can go to the guards, get the +1, so you can attack, and then reincarnation attack again. So it's very important that you actually start attacking now against Striker. And a lot of people don't respect Droll Reincarnation. Against for Thunder Dragon, they really have no out against Droll Reincarnation, which is like sometimes it could be a free win. And same thing with Orcust players too. They don't respect this card, or like they can't play around it because they don't play that many. They play a lot of monsters, so yeah. So total deck count is 42. Next we'll go through my side. Mandatory 3 Lancia. No explanation there. 3 Pinkertops. I still think this is a really good card against Orcust and Thunder Dragon. It gives you like a chance to win because you're playing Mind Control, so you can like summon it and then Mind Control something and then try to go off. Yeah, gives you a chance to win. And then against Striker, obviously it's insane, and then against Rogue it's super insane as well. Next 3 cards, triple Twin Twisters and Cosmic Cyclone. I feared the Mystic Mind matchup, and these are actually pretty decent against almost every matchup except for Thunder Dragon. Against Sally, you want to kill their Roar. You don't burn Twin Twister because you don't toss a card, and they're just gonna roar anyway, so you -1. So Cosmic Cyclone is pretty good, and you get rid of this can get rid of the field spells for Orcust as well, and you can Cosmic Cyclone their Crescendo. So if this was MST, they would just let the Crescendo die, then end phase will search. But Cosmic Cyclone, they have to negate it, so you can't Crescendo their end phase because you can't use both effects in one turn. Twin Twisters good against Fog Blades as well. And the next 2 cards, Call by the Grave. I don't know how good this card was. It was kind of like a last minute filler. You can kind of change this 2 cards out to anything you want to change it out to be. I felt like it was pretty decent against Orcust and against Striker because you can get rid of the Ray. But like I said, like I don't feel like you need to get rid of Ray anymore because of no Kagari, so you can kill their monsters now. But yeah, these could be something else, but I needed something to change out Super Polys because against Striker matchup, Super Polys are always dead, or anything that's where Super Poly is dead, I put these 2 in, or the Twin Twisters in. So you keep your spell count at 20 so that your engage will get the +1 most likely. Also, Super Poly tosses a card, so you can toss a spell, so it gets your engage count up as well. And then the last 3 cards was Torrential Tribute. I saw, right before I made this video, I saw the guy who made 64th place. He was playing Torrential Tribute in the main. Like I said, I'm not good enough to win every die roll, but this card is super insane. Like Orcust players, they don't play around Torrential Tribute, and same thing with Thunder Dragon too. Like almost every deck, they don't play around this card because they don't believe that you have a card that can do something when something's summoned. So yeah, these cards are super insane. Against Orcust, you can like wait till they symbol back their card, and then you can Torrential them. Against Salad, you just Torrential them on the first summon, and it's pretty much over. They really don't have recovery unless they have Will. And against Thunder Dragon, once they go to their, I think their LP, you can Torrential them, and then that's pretty much it. It's a wrap. Yeah, but this is only good if you go first. Against Salad, like if you draw this past turn 1, it's still decent because they're Bailings. You can like bail the Bailings because your monsters are big, and they can like, you can kill their small stuff, and then they force Bailings, and then on the following turn you can Torrential them on the Mirage Dalio effect, and they usually don't have Bailings engraved. Yeah. I Torrentialed like a Pendulum too. This is really good against Pendulum. They don't see it coming. So combo decks like is super insane. And onto the extra deck, just the Striker Engine. You just need the 3. Yeah, in the mirror in the Striker matchup, you gotta be careful on this guy. You kind of don't want to use him too early if you don't have to, because they can Shark Cannon this and use it on their turn. So that gives them the second Kagari. And you gotta make sure that you still have Mind Control food, so that like sometimes when I go Kagari and I just leave it there, I don't go Shizuku because they can first of all Shark Cannon this, and then also you need more Mind Control food. For Link 2s, play the Crimson Heart. I talked about this on my Lana video. I'll show you the combo with this, why it's like relevant. Pretty much it just pitches reincarnation. That's the whole idea. And then it's a cost pitch reincarnation, so you can bring back a Licorice, and then they can burn for 400, which is pretty cute. But there's another combo why this is actually rarely relevant. And then for the Nightmare Package, just the 3. Yeah, pretty standard. This card you need it to be an out card, so you go Phoenix into this, and then self-explanatory. And then still play Trisbania because this guy's too small. He's 2200 and this guy's 25. B25 is actually really relevant, but you can change this card out for something else if you don't like this card, or maybe a stronger level Link 3. But yeah, you just need a generic Link 3 that's a little stronger than 22. That's pretty much why I played it. And for Link 4s, you have the Bomber Dragon, the Saryuja, the Boral Sword, and the Boral Load. Every one of these Link 4s have a reason. Bomber, because this is really good against the Salad matchup. Any card that's linked, they blow up. And then it also has the burn damage, obviously. Skull Dread is also really relevant too, because it makes your Lily Bells to 1300 and it's generic. And it also lets you normal special summon again, which is kind of relevant because then you can special summon something, your Canina, that you bounce back with Licorice to get extra damage in. Boral Sword, obviously, for OCKs and Boral Load. I didn't summon this card. I don't know, this could be cut, I guess, but it's there just in case. And then for the last 3 cards is the 2 Super Poly targets and then the Dingrisu for the mind control. There's another card the Trickstar guy played, the Predaplant guy or something, the Scorpio Predaplant guy. I think this is just better. The Predaplant guy could be a little better because it forced out Hermetic Seal because you can negate the Harbinger. But I don't know. I think this guy's just overall better. But you could play that guy because you have actually like 2 spots, so you can get rid of that and maybe the Boral Load. But yeah, I didn't really test that card. I just thought this card was like super crazy because you can like Super Poly and then you can Bar Dash, make this guy stronger. So and then you anchor that and it's like game. Pretty insane. So yeah, that's it for the main deck. So I'm showing you the combo now. It's a 3-card combo, but it's not really hard to get into because a lot of your cards are repetitive, and it's not a specific 3-card combo. You just need a way to get into drones. So engage, get into drones, obviously. 2 Trickstar cards to search. So either a Life Stage or like a Candina, or Candina and Reincarnation, or like Life Stage and Reincarnation. So like any one of these 3 combos will finish the combo. So first off, you just go drones into Kagari. Kagari gets back drones. You put drones somewhere in the corner. Doesn't really matter. Just make sure it's out of the way of the zone. Or if you're going here, make sure it's out of the way of the zone. But yeah, it doesn't really matter. And then Kagari can go into Hayate. Hayate points down here. Very important. Summon Candina. Candina searches Lilybell. Let's say that you have Reincarnation hand already. So Candina search Lilybell. And here you go into Crimson Heat. Crimson Heat, you discard a card, and then you draw a card. Doesn't really matter, discard the Reincarnation over here. And then here you go drones into Shizuku. Also, if you notice, we're not playing Link Kuriboh anymore. It's because Kagari's at 1, and if we don't get drones back with Kagari anymore, before you get drones back with Kagari, and then you go drones again during your turn, and then the card would be Hayate into Link Kuriboh, but because you used Shizuku already on your first turn. But now, since we don't have Link Kuriboh anymore, this is going to be your Link Kuriboh card. So yeah, that's why we cut it. And not playing Skiko as well, obviously, so you don't play Link Kuriboh at all. So here, you go into Boral Sword, and then you just banish this Reincarnation, bring back Candina, and that is exactly 8,000 here. With obviously with Light Stage, you just Light Stage off of Candina, and then Light Stage can get you the Lilybell if you didn't have Light Stage already. So yeah, that's 8,000. You could have done the same thing with Phoenix or Cerberus because they point to the right. If you're using Cerberus, you just go your Hayate's over here and Cerberus is right here, and then you point to the left. So yeah, the reason why you need to put Crimson Heart is because sometimes they don't have set cards for you to pop with Phoenix, or sometimes they don't have a special summon monster to pop with Cerberus. Because sometimes their only monster is in the extra monster zone, so your Boral Sword will attack that, and that's like over 8,000. But yeah, sometimes it's situational where this card is actually relevant, and also during time you can toss a Reincarnation and then summon a card and gain 200. So there's still ways for you to win during main phase 1 when time is called. That's why this card is actually really relevant. And if you're ahead by 2,000, you can draw 2 cards, which is super relevant. When you're playing a grind match. But yeah, that's it, YouTube. Thank you guys for watching. Probably won't make another video to the next event, but yeah, I appreciate all you guys for watching, and yeah, see you guys next one. Bye.